Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we are going to do a page setup in the album that we are currently making, which is the mini album mashup using the Stamperia Masters of Magic paper collection. There is a playlist for this album. I will link it up here, and it starts with an introduction to the templates, and then it goes on from there. We do, what's the next video? I think there is I guess I could just look. Let me see what order I have everything in. Hold on just a moment. We have the introduction to the set of templates, the making of this workbook. I did put a covers and the binding. This was the covers and the binding video is from this album that we made. This is the Love Story paper collection that we used when we made our first album with the mini album mashup. And then there's the prep video for this album, and then the 2 page setup videos that we have so far. Okay. So this will be the next video in that playlist. So if you need to start from the beginning, check out that playlist. And there's also links to products that I'm using. The links to the templates are in a collections list that has the templates, it has the shades of color, it has the photo mats essential. All the things that we're using in this album are linked in that collections list, so you can check that out. One click, boom, it'll take you to all the things that I'm using so far. There's also an Amazon list for the project, and specifically for this project. And then there is links to things like adhesives and magnets and things like that that I use in every album. Okay, so I have started to prep for this page setup, and I haven't completely finished it, so we're just going to do it together. So this one might be a long video, and there'll be timestamps. So if you need to skip around, feel free. All right, so I will show you what I've got printed and what I've got cut out, the things that I have ready or prepared for the video. I'll show you that, and then we'll go from there. I mean, I didn't do any taping or inking or cutting or anything. Well, I did a little bit of cutting, but not much. And I have choices to make still, so. Okay, so I have printed page 6. I have printed it off twice, just plain, just printed it off onto white cardstock, just plain. I haven't prepped them yet at all, so we're going to do that together. So I printed 2 of those, and then one of them, the mat for it is going to be this. This is page 18, which is the mat for page 6. So I printed the shades of color. What shades of color was this? This one is, I printed number 17. I printed the shades of color 2, number 17, and then I printed the template over top with the diamond check version of the template. And I don't know, can you see? Yes, you can. You can see. Look at there. So I printed the mats for this page over top of the shades of color to number 17. Did I say that? Number 17. And we're going to use that as one of the mats for one of the pages. I haven't picked the mats for the other parts yet. And then the next thing, I printed page 7. I printed this onto white cardstock, and I printed the diamond check version, and we're going to be using 2 pieces of this. So I printed this off, and then I traced this mat. The mat for this is on page 19. I traced the mat for this, and this is one of the smaller pages, and I'm going to grab it. That's backgrounds. And I actually cut up 3 of them. Oh, this is the page. Where's the other one? Oh, here's the one. So I traced the mat for this out of one of these smaller squares out of the pattern paper. And then there's also, this one belongs back here. This fell out. This one was on this page, and so was these 2. And these 2, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use one of these for a part of what we're getting ready to do. So that's where these came from. So I'm trying to use all the little pieces as well, not just the full-size pages, because, you know, they can be used as well. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. And then one more thing, I'm pretty sure. Yes, page 11. I printed page 11 off onto white cardstock, and I did the diamond check version. And we're going to use this as an insert, just like we're going to use this as an insert, and we're going to use one of these, but we're going to be using it upside down. So we're going to do all this prepping together because I didn't do it on my own. So let's get busy. Okay, I'm going to move. Well, let's just start at the top of the pile here. All right, page 11. I am going to cut this bottom off. Oh, if you hear weird, hang on just a minute. If you hear a bunch of noises, outside noises, weird outside noises, they're not weird, like birds, but like somebody might be mowing their grass or somebody might be constructing something. I'm gonna leave this top part on there just so I don't have to write the page number on there. We'll set that aside because we're not using that today. I don't think. No, we're not using that today. Anyway, our air conditioner broke. Our air conditioner broke down, and I know I got a sweater on, but we've got fans and windows open, and so the pull of the air, so it's like a breeze, and it's kind of chilly. It's not chilly outside, not really, but it feels chilly in here. So if you hear stuff, it's because windows are open. Okay. So then this is page 7. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this insert here. I'm going to cut it away and trim it fully out. And then I am going to use one of these. I'm going to cut this off first, the big scraps. And then I'm just going to use one. So I'm just going to take and cut these apart carefully. I'm just going to use the one, then I'm going to put this other one in my crafty companion over here to use later. We need to finish cutting that out. Okay, so this is page 6, and we're gonna cut it 2 different ways. For this one, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim off all this extra paper over here on this side. I have been keeping, I've been keeping all of my pieces, and I've been making little notebooks out of them, all the scraps and stuff, just so they're not wasted. They can also be used as tags and things too, but once I was done with my last project, I just chopped everything down to be kind of the same size, and so that way I'm using them and not just wasting them, but they could be recycled as well. Not a big deal. And while I'm at it, I'm just gonna trim this out a little bit. And for this first one, I'm gonna take, we're not going to use this piece. So I took the short tab off of this bottom part, and you can hear my mom's chimes. Can you hear my mom's chimes back there? And then I'm going to take the top tab off as well. So there's one piece. And then for this piece, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this long piece off on this side. Go ahead and take this bottom piece off, even though we're not using those little pieces today. And this one I'm going to cut, I'm going to leave that tab on, I think. Is that what I'm doing? I'm going to leave that tab on. And I'm going to cut the rest of them off. So you can either leave the top or the bottom tab. Whichever tab you want is totally fine. But I'm going to cut 3 of the tabs off and leave one of the short tabs on. And then leave that. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this mat out. So I'm going to cut the long the long strip off because this can be used. This can actually, where's that other piece? I wonder if this is big enough to mat. This could actually mat this piece here on the back side. So these pieces are important to keep because you can always trace a mat onto these pieces or just use them however you want. But I'm just saying that keep all of your pieces, especially until your project is finished. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this bottom piece off as well. Put that in my crafty companion, my scrap tray, right? Then I'm going to just cut around all the way around, might as well. And then I'm going to cut this piece away and put this in with the other pieces. And we're going to use this piece. So I'm going to set this aside. Okay, that is all the cutting I have right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scoreboard out. I'm going to score every tab that I have left. I'm going to score them. I'm going to prep them. And I'm going to place tape on them, but I'll do that together. So I'm going to go through and score all of them and prep them, and then we'll put some tape on. Okay, that is all the scoring. I need to finish cutting this one out though. Completely forgot. So I'm just going to take and cut the excess paper off over there. And then I'm just going to cut this edge out. Oops. Okay, so let's actually start with this. None of these pieces need scoring, so I'm going to set those aside. This doesn't need scoring, obviously. Okay, so let's start with this one. Because we are actually going to be using the other side of this, I did print it in the diamond check so that the other insert that's on this page and the other piece can be used as diamond check if we want to. But I'm going to be using the plain side, so I'm going to actually prep the score to go the other way, and we're going to be putting tape on this side, okay? And then for these two, we are going to be putting tape on the tabs just as is. There's nothing we need to change on that one. Okay, where's my tape? There it is. I've got two different 3/8 inch tapes. This one is score tape, and then this one is from a Cherry on Top. I'll have both of them linked. I'm going to use, well, I got more of this one. Let's just use this one. So, do that. And then these two. burnish, burnish, burnish. All right, now for this piece, we are going to tab those two top pieces there. Tab the two top tabs. Notch, tab, miter, whatever you want to call it. And we are going to, let's see, we're going to cut straight across that X right there. And the goal is so that it doesn't overlap. We're going to do the same over here. Just like that, right? Perfect. And then these, let's see, I'm going to tab or notch or miter. Tell me what your preferred word is. Not that I'm going to say it right anytime, because I do that. I say the wrong words. My husband now makes fun of me because I say the wrong words all the time. I say the wrong sayings. I say everything messed up. It's okay. He knows what I mean most of the time. Okay, so then I also notched those. And then one more thing. For both of these, I'm going to make them into a tag shape. And, ooh, I need to clean out my thingy. And this is the photo angle corner chomper. So it'll do the photo on one side. And in case you're new, I'll demonstrate just real quick. So this is the notch that fits perfectly into the photo corners from my Photomats Essentials. And then on the other side is just the plain angle. And we're going to use the plain angle for these. And these do not have a direction, so we're just going to make them into a tag like this. And I don't have mats picked out for most of these things. You've seen the mats that I have picked out already. So I don't have very much. I don't have much. All right, now I'm going to take and I'm going to ink everything with my my scorched timber distress oxide. I'm going to ink the edges and I'm going to ink the back side. So I'm going to ink everything up and I will be right back. I don't like to fast forward inking because it's kind of nerve-wracking looking, so I will just do this off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay. All of the inking is done. I even inked up these pieces. I think I made a decision. I think I'm using this one and not this one for this page setup. I think it'll just look nicer. The combination, I don't know. I think I'm going to use this one, and you'll see in just, I'll just put this back in my paper collection. I'm going to move these two aside because I was a little messy with my inking. I don't have mats for those yet. And what else? I think I'm going to do this. Okay, so this is obviously going to be a belly band, right? So I'm going to lay this flat like this. I'm going to burnish it. Actually, should we go ahead and put it? No, let's just do it like this. Just going with the flow. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this on top of here. And we're going to create a flip, right? So it's going to go right there. So I'm going to take the tape backing off of that. I'm going to use my glue stick just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. And I'm going to match this up. And it's alright if it goes, it's alright if it goes over top of the top. Oh, can you hear the, sounds like there's an aeroplane. An aeroplane? I don't know why I said it like that. It sounds like it's super close too, doesn't it? It's not. It's pretty high up in the sky. Okay. So we have that on. And then I think I am going to, I changed my mind. I was going to do a different page setup, but then as I was looking, I think I'm going to do, did I ink this side? I think I'm going to change it up. So, and we're allowed to do that because this is our creation, our photo album, our scrapbook. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks about it. It's ours. We can do what we want. So I'm going to stick that down there. I'm going to remove the tape backing. I'm just going to do the bottom first. And I'm not going to use tape for this because I'm going to be matting it fully, so I think it'll be fine. Okay. Take the tape backing off of there. Put that down. Alright, so before we go any further, let's just go ahead and mat it. Did I ink all the edges? I did. So this is going to mat here. Like this. And then this is going to go here. Like that. Okay, so I am going to glue both of those down. Thought I got those edges. I guess I didn't. Just the white edges from trimming the paper out. And then I'm going to slide this down in here. Just like that. And then I'm going to glue this down. Y'all knew I was going to have to bring in some more purpley colors. And I wanted to point out too, the shades of color too, well, any of the shades of color, any printable anything, your printer settings matter. So you need to do a test print on your printer for the shades of color. There's an index sheet for that. So you need to make sure you're getting the right color. Like my printer, I have several different settings saved for my printer, and this one, it looks more purple when I print it off versus what it looks like on the computer screen. So it kind of looks like a wine color on the computer screen, but when I print it off on one of my printers, it looks like this color. So it just depends on your printer, you guys. So make sure you do a test print on your index sheets so that you know what your printer's printing, you know what's coming out of your printer. Okay, color-wise, so that you can match up better. Do you know what I mean? So this color is actually in here, several spots, and I just wanted to bring some more purple into the mix. Okay, so I'm seeing a problem, and I'm going to fix it right now. I'm going to take some paper clips, and I'm just going to put them on these flaps because they are just causing all kinds of havoc. So we're just going to take care of it right now and watch that cause havoc. It's entirely possible. Okay. All right, so here we're going to start at the front. We're going to do, this is going to be the front page. So this is going to be a belly band on this page. And I need to decide, I'm just going to, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to just put it somewhere. It doesn't have to be centered. I'm just going to stick it on here and we're going to go from there. I am going to use the glue stick for this so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, you know what? I thought I was going to put, hang on. Hold please. I'm adding another page. That's the one thing I forgot. I was thinking I was forgetting something. I'll be right back. BRB. Okay, I went and printed page 3 my neighbor, while I was printing this, look, this is, my neighbor behind me started cutting her grass. So I'm thinking she's done now, which is great. Anyway, I printed page 3, just plain, onto white cardstock, and I left one long tab and I cut the rest of them off. I put tape on the back side because this is going to be the outside tab. We're gonna attach it down to the fin, so this will be visible. So that's why I put the tape on the back side where there's no ink. And I did ink up the page part, but we are going to attach this down before we attach the rest of the stuff down. I knew I was forgetting something earlier. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do a little bit of glue stick, and I will close the window if she's not done mowing her grass, because it gets loud. Okay. All right, I'm just going to attach this down here. Put that in place. Double check. Yep. It all looks good. Give it just a little bit of a burnish because double-sided adhesive works by pressure, so that when you put pressure on it, you're kind of sealing it down in there. So, all right, now let's go back to this. Let's add this now. I am going to use my glue stick on, I actually stuck some of the inserts on top of that glue, made a mess. Yeah, I shouldn't have left it. The tape backing off, but that's okay. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to center it. I'm just gonna come and attach it down. Right, we're just gonna attach it down. Okay, let me move this out of the way. So as you can see, this is gonna be a fold down situation. Which is good, very, very good. Okay, so this piece, I have already made it to where it's the right width, but I'm going to cut it down to put part of it up here and part of it down there. So now you can kind of see why I chose this one versus this one, because the contrast, right? I like the contrast a little bit better than that. Oops. That's okay with the purple, but down here it was a little bit clashy with this top part, or this mat here. So I like the look of this better, right? So that's why I chose this one, and I think I'm just gonna cut it in half. Actually, what I should have done, which I wonder, do I have time? Do I have time? Can I pull this off? Oh, I can. Okay, because I'm going to put a piece of tape on there. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Which way did I say this goes? This way. Please don't cut it the wrong way. Okay, I'm just going to eyeball it. It's fine. Either way. So that piece is going to go there. And this piece is, where was that at? It was right here. So I wonder if it'll be noticeable if I go over top of it. It won't. So I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to put a piece of tape here so that inserts won't get stuck on that little ledge there. That is very frustrating when your inserts get stuck like that. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to glue both of them down while I'm here. Might as well, because you're really not going to be able to see. Make sure I'm getting the inked one, not the cut edge. And I'm going to put a piece of tape have it. Okay, I'm gonna add a piece of tape right across here. And that wasn't big enough, so I'm just gonna get another piece. Okay. Let me burnish that edge. Okay. Now let me stick this back down and burnish that. Give that a good burnish. Okay. So, see how the nice little contrast there? I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay. Then these two inserts, I don't know what I'm going to put on them yet, are going to go back here. I don't know how I'm going to mat them or anything just quite yet. But right, doesn't that look lovely? I think it's a nice little... Okay. Now I need to think about some matting, some inserts, what to do here. I'm going to give that some thought and I'll be right back. Well, okay. I have been messing about what I want to do, literally just for this area here, this pocket. I didn't even think about these back here, so oops. But that's okay. I've got a lot going on, a lot of ideas, and let's just play together. So I've done many things. I got one of those little decks of cards that I purchased from Amazon. I'm not sure, I don't, last time I checked, they didn't have like a smaller quantity available, which was kind of weird. But I also wanted to check, I printed, I'm trying to find it, hold on. Oh, I printed this is a freebie that I did a long time ago. And it actually it wasn't this box. I didn't make this box, but this is the reason. When I made the card box for my son, I used this paper, and I created it for you guys and gave it to you as a freebie. It's in my Facebook group if you want to check it out, but it does not match perfectly to my paper collection. But I'm going to keep giving it a whirl and just keep looking at it in certain, like, you know, scenarios. I mean, it is a freebie, so. But anyway, I just wanted to share that really quick. In my Facebook group, you need to request to join if you're not a member already. So I did that. I grabbed those cards because I'm thinking about using them as an embellishment. So I'm going to set those aside. I decided that I'm going to use flowers. I was not going to do it. I wasn't making myself not use them, but I'm making myself use them now. I've changed my mind. And not only that, and the reason I changed my mind is because this front cover here of my Flowers Ephemera Keeper here, the colors are the same. It's the same shade that I'm using, right? And I thought, ooh, let me see. So I had the, let's see, I have 16, 17, and 18, which is 3 of the colors that I picked out for this collection, already printed, right? So then I thought, well, let's go on a little further, because the flowers are available in the shades of color too as well. So I printed number 1 in the flowers. I printed number 4 in the flowers. And then I printed, I think this is 19 in the flowers, 20 in the flowers, and 21 in the flowers. I will add these to that collections list for my Etsy shop. I'll add these and the other things that I'm getting ready to talk about, because I'm using a lot of things now all of a sudden. So I was gonna play around with color combination, maybe not the darkest color, but we're gonna play around with that. So I wanted to kind of point that out. I'm gonna sit those there. Obviously I haven't cut these colors out. Let's see, what else? So, oh, I printed, this is a Photomats Essentials from the original Photomats Essentials, and this is for the 4x6 photo. I printed it on a cardstock, and I cut it out, and I folded it in half, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I have ideas. So I've got that ready, and I was thinking about using the cards for that. And then also for this, I was gonna mat it, this front part. Okay, some of you may not know, twice a year, I release my background designs in sets of sometimes up to 7 or 8 background designs. Like the diamond check is a background design. The smallest set is like only got 4 background designs in it. But anyway, so they're currently available on my Etsy shop. I will have those linked down below. I'll have them in the list, but when they're not available, they won't be there. Does that make sense? So what I'll probably do is I will leave them listed for as long as we're making this album, and especially at least this one, at least this set, the one that this one's with, which is, let me see if I can't find out really quick which set that's from. It's not 7, it's not 8. Does that say? Let's see. Pretty sure this was set number 9. 9, 8. Okay. Let me see here. Here's set number 1, set number 2, set number 3, 4, 5. It's in set number 5. So what comes with set number 5 is the light wood, the small stripes, the diamond check, and a grungy wood, buffalo check, and vintage loose leaf. That's what's in set number 5. So I hope you can see that. I didn't even look. Anyway, so I printed the Shades of Color 2. I printed number 1 first, and then I printed the landscape version of the diamond check. Like, this is the letter size. So there's, in the file, there's letter size, there's, if it's a direction, it's got both portrait and landscape. There's a 12 by 12 size, there's a 13 by 19 size. You guys know the drill. But anyway, I just printed that because I want to cut it down to mat this, I think. So I've got that. Anyway, so they're currently available in case you didn't know. And then this is not supposed to be there. This is a really thick, this is part of the Flip Flop ephemera. And I have this in one of my scrapbook keepers here. I'm going to put it back because this one's really thick and it's like on linen. And these are all printed onto different things. So I printed it onto 28-pound paper. So we're going to use this, I think. I think it looks really cool with this whole vibe. And I'm also, this is a piece of the washi. So it's in the washi pad. I haven't cut it out entirely, but I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that on there. And then I'm going to use a couple journal spots. And I went ahead and printed out more, even though I've got a ton printed out. But I wanted them on cardstock, and I just thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and print them out. These are in journal spot set number 1. And I'm going to cut out one of these. And I think I'm going to use this size, or this, whichever one. So let's do this. I am going to cut this piece out. You know, this is the kind of stuff I could take when we go to the lake house. I can take to cut out, I can fussy cut all this stuff out when there's downtime. That's a good idea. I need to start a folder where I can, like all those flowers, for example, I'm gonna hand cut them out, so I could probably take them with me and get some stuff accomplished. All right, so for now, we're just gonna cut these 2 out. I'm gonna move these aside. And I'm gonna end up cutting those out. And then I haven't decided on the flowers, so I'm gonna set those aside for a minute. And the purple ones. I'm just trying to make room here. I am going to cut this down to be a 4 by 6. So put this part down, and then I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna cut it. Actually, I'm gonna cut it a little bit bigger than 6. That way I know it'll fit in my, I need to this is coming up right here, this sticker part. I either need to burnish it down or re-glue it. It's been traveling back and forth to the lake with me too. Whenever we get the chance to go and work on it. The paper trimmer's been going with me. So it is a traveling paper trimmer. Okay. I'm gonna cut it down to 6 this way. And then trim this off. I'm gonna cut it down to 4. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger than 4. And same for this. So we'll do the front and back of the booklet. And then I'm gonna put these pieces aside. Sorry about that. I just got a phone call, and it just totally took me out of my whatever I was thinking here. Okay, I guess I'm going to cut these things out. I'm gonna cut these out, and we're gonna go from there. Well, today's just been a day, you guys. It's just been a day. I had to stop quickly and run and get my grandkids from school. And they're here, and you might hear them because the windows are open, and they're all back. So I'm going to try to continue on without any more interruptions. But a baby might appear, or their voice might appear out of nowhere. So, okay. I think let me check these and let me see if these fit. They fit pretty good. So I'm gonna I'm gonna do the photo chomper part on these, and then I'm going to ink everything up except for the washi tape. And you know what? I know what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to go ahead and take it and stick it down to here because I want to put it on here. So I want to put it right there in that top corner before I ink it. That's cute. I think I have a game plan. I really do. And for these, I just grabbed 3 at random. It really didn't matter. But I want to take these and I want to kind of rough them up a little bit with my scissors so they don't look so pristine. And then I'm going to ink them with my ink. Okay, and you know how, oop, I chopped that whole corner off, didn't I? You know how cards can kind of get their rolled up corners, dog-eared, not dog-eared, well, you know, when you play cards, you just kind of get them all messed up. I'm going to do that for the corners too. And then I'm going to ink everything up. Well, except for the flowers, because I haven't cut those out yet. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take my ink. I'm going to ink all of these pieces up. And I'll be right back. All right. I've got everything inked up, including this. I need to glue this together. I just inked the inside of here because it's going to be left open. So there's going to be a little pocket here and a little pocket here. And it's going to fold up like that. I'll probably end up putting a whole reinforcement there. But yeah, I like that. It just looks like, well, it looks like a, what does it look like? It looks like what it is, a envelope. Jeez. I'm just kind of just out of it today. I am just out of it. So I'm going to glue these together, this little tab here. It's just been a day, you know? It's just been one of those days, and it's fine. Those days happen. And then I'm also going to mat these really quick. All right. Now, I'm going to kind of lay out my idea here. Let's do this side. This is going to be here. This is going to be here. This is going to be here. Like that, so far. And then these, I was going to have decorating the front of the photo mat. So I'm going to hold off on that because I need to work the flowers out really quick. Okay. So I've got the purple ones, and now that I've got the green there, I don't want to use a green flower, right? So green's out, blue's out. So we're gonna do pink maybe. So I've got this one, and then the super dark one. I don't know if I need the super dark one, but you know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut a flower from each one, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna stay on the small side. I don't want the big ones, I don't think. So I'm just gonna grab a couple different ones. Let's just grab this one here. Okay. So I'm going to fussy cut these out, and then we will arrange them on here to see what we think. And I also feel like I could put a word there, or a stamp, or something. Like, you know what I mean? One of these or something. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let me fussy cut these out. Okay, I am going to ink these up, and then I'm going to shape them, and we're going to put a brad in there. And I'm just going to give them just a, oops, let me give a little bit of ink on the back here. I might even do this one this way. And then I'm going to do this one the other way. Okay. Let's poke a hole and put the brads in. These are rusted brads that I did forever ago, and I have a video on it if you want to check it out. I'll link it up here in this little card section. Super simple. Or you can just buy ones that are already like a bronzy color or something. You don't have to rust anything if you don't want to. You could use alcohol inks to change the colors of them. You could use wax to change the colors of them. You don't have to rust them, is all I'm saying. Okay. So now I'm going to glue this down, and then we're going to go from there. I kind of want this to be roughed up a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but probably not. So I'm going to stick this right in the middle. Like that. And I'm thinking a flower here, a flower there, and a flower over here maybe. So what should we do something there? Should we stamp it, or should we use our number cards? Should we use one of the sayings? Should we use a washi sticker? Let's see. We have all of these washi sheets. In all magic tricks, there's a secret. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's cute. Let's do that. All right, let me cut this out just a little better. Well, So I think I'll just put it in the middle, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle, the middle of the middle. We'll just put it right there. Is it straight? I can't tell. Okay. All right, now I'm going to glue these flowers down. I like that. In all magic tricks, there's a secret. Okay, here's what I'm going to do with this. Well, first I'm going to put a whole reinforcement on here, and I think I'm going to use one of the purple ones just because of the purple background. I think it would look really cute. So I'm going to put the whole reinforcement on there. Punch a hole. I'm going to ink this back just in case it shows on the other side. I don't know if it will or not. And I'm going to do a little bit of a pull, even though it's going to be attached down. At least that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so let's do it like this. All right. So I'm thinking I'm going to have it like this. All the way up here, all the way up top. And I'm going to mark it and glue it. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to make like a little tuck, right? So, and I don't think I have to cut it off because it opens, it should open flat. So when it opens all the way, yeah. All right, quit bouncing. Well, this layout's either going to be completely gorgeous or it's going to be completely ridiculous because my battery died. It's just, we're gonna get through this video, you guys. We are gonna get through. We're gonna make this happen. I'm gonna leave these 2 tag inserts for another time. But for now, we're gonna leave them just like that. Oh, Lordy. Okay. I might have to put a flower or something up over here. All right, how do I want to do this? I just kind of want them to be like mishmashy, right? And what do you think? Should we go for it? Just quit messing with it and just go for it. Okay, I'm gonna glue these down and together. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I wonder if I should have like another flower peeking out somewhere. Oh, that might be, whoa. Did I glue that down? I did. That might be kind of cute. Let's see where it lands in here. Oh. I think I need to let this dry first. Did I not put very much glue on there? I guess I could glue it better to the tag. That's gonna be right there. I did put a paper clip right there. I don't know when I did that, but I did do that. So should I have a flower on here or not? Or you think it'd be too much? It would be cute, but I think it'll be too much. So So if you wanted to, you could still stick something under there. We're not going to today. I feel like I'm pushing my luck today, so. And I'm not gonna do anything to the back just yet, or the inside, or these tags. I think we're gonna call it a day for now. Might have to cut those a little shorter. Because you know what I was thinking too? These pockets, these tags that I cut up, these pockets could fit, or these could fit in the pockets if, you know, if I was so inclined. So I thought that might be kind of cute too. But I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. We're gonna set it all up to where we can just come back and just add embellishments and inserts and all kinds of things to add extra bits to everything. So we'll set everything up kind of, you know, like we always do. We'll just do what we always do, and then we can come back and make things even more. Whoop! These will have holes and hole reinforcements, and they'll be matted so they won't fall out. But yeah, I think that actually turned out pretty good. Oh, and you know what we haven't done? What else we haven't done? We haven't done this part either. So, which I was thinking we could also make this a tuck, sort of. Did I have a photo mat in here somewhere? I think I just need to quit messing about. I thought I had a photo mat stuck somewhere for the pictures. I guess I took it back. Let me see if I can find it. Look, I said I was pushing my luck, and then what do? I go and grab something else. Well, maybe not this one. It's got the wrong color ink on it, but we could, if we wanted to, we could put another insert in between the flip down, and it could hold other things, you know, so we could do that as well. I forgot I'd done a flip down. That, because you know, it's taken me all day, you guys, to get just this recorded. Oh lordy, you guys. I promise it won't be like this every time. I promise. I'm just having a day. Okay. I think I'm just gonna leave everything as it is currently. All right, you guys, be sure to keep me in your thoughts because I'm slowly losing it today. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, and make sure you check all the links and stuff down below, and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.